Hey, you're watching Better Relationships with Knowledgeable Nick. I'm here to tell you 3 ways that you are ruining your relationships with toxic behaviors. I'm going to give you 3 toxic behaviors that are ruining your relationships and that you may need to grow through. Okay? You may need to grow through. Number one is your human pride. Okay? This need to be right. The need to be the one who wins the argument, okay? If somebody does something wrong, whether it's a romantic relationship, a business relationship, a coworker relationship, family, whatever it is, when somebody does something wrong, instead of pointing out, well, you know what, I'm the one who's right anyways, they just don't understand. We need to take an opportunity to just sit back and say, that person made a mistake. Are there any areas in my life where I made a mistake and I need correction? Every time you correct somebody else, I want you to associate correcting somebody else with correcting yourself. You correct them, you correct yourself. Okay? Correct them, correct yourself. Correct them, correct yourself. Okay? And I want you to do this because there's this principle in the Bible called you notice the speck in another's eye, but you have a plank in yours. Okay? You notice a speck in another's eye, but you have a plank in yours. And this is just coming with pride, thinking I'm better, thinking I know everything. All right? We need to just stop being proud. Stop being proud. This is a toxic trait, and it prevents us from having better relationships. Number 2, revenge. All right, when somebody does you dirty, whether it's intentional or unintentional, when somebody does you dirty, whether it's intentional or unintentional, oftentimes they hurt me, I'm gonna hurt them. All right, they hurt me, I'm gonna hurt them. All right. They did something I don't like, I'm going to do something they don't like. Does that help us have better relationships? Okay? When somebody does something that you don't like, does doing something that they don't like help you have better relationships? No, it does not. Okay? The golden rule, treat others how you want to be treated, okay? Do you want them taking revenge on you when you make a mistake? Probably not. Probably not. Do you want them, let's just say you do something unintentionally that makes them irritated. Do you want them to then come back and do it to you? No, this is just ruining your relationships. This is just causing a toxic cycle. And just remember, they're not a toxic person. They just are behaving in a toxic way. Okay? You are not a toxic person. You are just behaving in a toxic way. And you need to just continuously rewire your brain and change your behavior. Okay? I just saw the Lilo and Stitch movie with my sisters, the new one in the theater. Stitch is not bad. He just does bad things sometimes. So we need to understand people are not always bad. They just do bad things sometimes, okay? And we don't need to take revenge on those people, all right? And number 3, gossiping about somebody when they do you dirty, okay? When somebody does you dirty, I understand that emotionally it is not a fun experience, okay? And sometimes we need to let those emotions out. We need to have a healthy outlet for those emotions, whether it be going to the gym, playing video games, whatever it is. You need to just have a healthy outlet where you can step away from the situation and just take a moment and recalibrate. Okay? Take a moment and recalibrate. But what we don't need to do is call somebody in the family and start saying something negative about your partner or something negative about your business partner. Because here's one of the things that happens. Somebody does something, then you say something about it, and you find out that you just perceived that they did something. That person just uses people. Man, that person just uses people. And then you start saying that, and guess what happens? You find out that that person wasn't just using people. They just had a really busy day or whatever it was, and they weren't even thinking how you might feel about the scenario. So we don't need to just go, life and death are in the power of the tongue. You could go say something to somebody. Now you've ruined that relationship because you've now said all this negative stuff about them that may not even be true. Even if it is true, you need to find one person, not two, not three, one person who you trust, who does not share what you talk about. Could be a mentor, could be a pastor, could be a friend. One person who does not share what you talk about, and just explain to them, if you need to vent, explain to them why you feel the way you feel because of this person's behavior, okay? So the 3 things are human pride. Number 2, revenge. Number 3, we're not going to gossip and start talking. Now we've started a fire, and that fire is not going to be put out. Now that person may feel, guess what? Now you go and rant to the extended family about what this person did. Why should that person ever be authentic or vulnerable with you? Why should that person ever be authentic or vulnerable with you? The answer is they shouldn't. Okay, if I share something with you out of an authentic place and you go talk shit about me, I'm never telling you I'm never being authentic with you ever again. I just had an experience with this. I felt like I wronged somebody. I was authentic with them. And then I find out that that person took that conversation and started talking negatively about me. Okay? Which is cool. Guess what? They now ruined that relationship. They ruined the opportunity for me to be authentic and vulnerable with them. Sorry. And I've made this mistake myself. Okay? I've made this mistake myself. So I am not coming from a place of a high horse or anything. I'm just telling you that person did that, and I don't do this. I don't share. If I need to objectively share something, I do it in a way that I just did. I modeled that for you. I didn't use a name. I didn't explain the specific situation. I just generally said that person, I was authentic. They talked about me negatively after I was authentic, okay? That could be about anybody. I could have made that up, okay? So those are some ways to remove toxic traits and to have better relationships. So have a wonderful day, guys. If you learned something, hit the bell icon, okay? If you do not hit the bell icon, I may say something in one of my videos that you needed to know. And because you didn't watch the video and learn that thing, you then made a mistake and ruined one of your relationships. If you found value in this, please comment what you learned. Share this video. Somebody out there may need to see it. Somebody's relationship may be on the line. You don't know, okay? Share the video with a friend. Like, subscribe, comment. Have a wonderful day.